I ask for eyes that see, ears that hear, and a heart full of understanding. I thank you for the messages that come through and ask that you deliver them to those that need them. Thank you. Okay, before we get into business, guys, I know that as of right now, the channel is quite quaint. We're tiny. That's okay. It is what it is. I thought, how cool would it be, though, since we're so small, that I could do readings for you guys. So if you have a topic you want me to cover or a question that you don't mind sharing, please go for it in the comments. Let me know what you would like me to cover, and I will do my best. So as far as the reading today, we have got divine messages. We've got both masculine and feminine that will be coming through. And I've got these really cool Celestine. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly. Some people say celestite hearts. And I guess one of the things that they're good for is the throat chakra, communication, and also communicating with the higher beings. So I thought, how cool would that be to put this out there? And then for our choices for our piles, we've got clear quartz. All of them are clear quartz. Pile 1 is this pillar. Pile 2 is this heart. And pile 3 is this pyramid. Let's see if you can get a C. Get a C, whatever that is. Get a C. All right, go ahead, pick your pile. If you need to pause and take a moment, do so, and I will see you there. Okay, pile 1 with your pillar, tower, whatever you want to call it. We have 2 piles. We have masculine and feminine. And we're going to do the feminine first. Let me just set this over here. Okay. We have companionship, and the word is animals. We have vanishing mirror. That came up recently in another reading. So did this one. Unmarked trail, revelation, reaction, and moderation. Interesting. Okay. As far as numbers go, we have 21, 58, and 57. There's so much to do with communication. There's so much throat chakra energy here, which is kind of interesting since this is one of the things this just deals with. What I'm seeing, so that you have a clearer picture, is, I mean, look at this giraffe with the long neck. We've got her neck right here. This almost looks like it, I mean, either spine or neck could be, right? The shape. This person's hand is at their throat. And then we've got kind of the neck here with this, like, maybe flower shell, something that's signifying right there, the neck, throat chakra again. And then we've got this vanishing mirror, which oftentimes it will speak of putting yourself aside, like your ego, but I feel like in this case, you're not speaking up. You're holding back. And maybe for you that feels like the thing to do. It feels more in the feminine energy, like you're not supposed to be forward and putting yourself, if you're not used to assertive behavior, it's going to feel aggressive when the truth is it's not. I have my own issue with this. In fact, my throat is actually closing up right now. It's having a reaction because I struggle with this myself. It can be so hard to come forward, but if you keep in mind that doing so allows other people to truly see you, or at least gives them the opportunity to truly see you, then it is easier. Anything else for pile one with the divine feminine? I feel like there's actually quite a bit, but this is slow going. Um, yeah, yep. It's so that's telling me that is the process that you're going through is a slow going process. This is going to take a while. I just noticed here what looks like fruit on a tree. Probably isn't, but that's what I saw. So that's what we're going with. Um, you can't pick the fruit before it's ripe. I mean, you don't want to, right? It's so much better when it's ripe right from the tree. And that's that's a part of this process that you're going through. This unmarked trail, you're not used to. You haven't traveled this before. You're not used to it. Okay, I am getting a little bit more now. These two cards coming together, and it's not. Well, just talk. So companionship. It's not necessarily about the animals, and then there are two here with this person. They're it's about friendships, relationships. It doesn't have to be love. Just it's or two or more are gathered. That's coming up for me. For those of you that were religious or are religious, that's a spiritual. Oh my God, my brain is everywhere, you guys. That is, it's scripture. Um, so what I'm getting is that there is a balancing act that needs to happen within your relationships. It could be one or it could be several. Again, doesn't have to be love when I say relationship. I don't know why this is being, I think most of you get this, but I think that they're for somebody. The word relationship does not mean loving relationship, does not mean a romantic partner. That's what it can mean friendship, it can mean family, it can mean love. There's relationship is just how you relate to each other. It's two people, right? So a balancing act within this relationship. I'm seeing these birds twirling around each other now. It's each takes their turn, right? Each takes their turn. And this is where the path diverges. So there are two different groups, right? For some of you, it makes sense with the rest of the reading, with the throat chakra. You may be more of the listener and not taking your turn talking. It might be that in this relationship, you need to be a little more direct and saying, you know what, I need my time. I need to be able to vent. I need to be able to talk to. That's what makes it an equal. And I don't get the feeling, guys, that it's hard for you to do. It's not hard for them to hear. They'll be like, oh, of course. Like it's, it's not, you're not going to be hurting them by telling them what your needs are. And then the other direction is for those of you that are talkers, pull back just a little bit. Of course, get it out, of course, but rein it in a little bit to let the other person speak, or even just say, hey, I've been talking. Is there anything you want to talk about? Anything you want to say? Because it helps the more quiet person to feel seen and heard. Understood. Okay. Anything else from the Divine Feminine, please? It's not as hard as we make it out to be. It is not as difficult. We put the difficulties on ourselves when it comes to this. It's because of how we perceive things. This unmarked trail doesn't have to be scary, right? You can shine a light on it, shine a different lens on it, and say, I want it to be filled with rainbows. I'm going to look for the good in this. It can be gentle. It's a slow going process. Remember, the fruit doesn't get picked until it's ready. It's like the long neck of the giraffe. It's a slow going process, and that's fine. That is okay. We each have our lessons to learn, and some lessons take longer than others. Some lessons might take multiple lifetimes. Yep, okay. That was it for the Divine Feminine. We're going to get into the Masculine now. Change it up. Oh my God. Divine Masculine. Okay. There you go. My gosh. Remember who you are. Establish priority. This is such a beautiful card. Look at that. Isn't that just gorgeous? That's beautiful. Equilibrium and knowledge. Wow. It cracks me up. Okay, so as far as numbers go, we have 42, 17, and 4. Oh. This is very much a action pile. And I don't want to say it's how do I say this? It's not like action adventure. It's more intellectual action. It's the action is more on your thought life, it's not a physical action. Let's put it that way. Yeah, it's not like you need to go out and go for walks or go after this one thing by pursuing it physically. This is about knowledge, balance, establishing priorities. Remember who you are. I want clarity on this card, please. You easily forget your strength, is what I'm hearing. You easily forget your strength. You need that balance. We all have weaknesses, we all have strengths. The balance is seeing both, understanding both. I'm hearing knowledge is power. Focus. Focus is the word that's coming up with established priorities. I think it's asking you to pick your focus. Perhaps there are too many. Yeah, okay. See how there are all these little lanterns hanging? There's too many. You've got too many lanterns, too many mind. Pick your focus. Find the balance. You can still have these, but they can be on the back burner, right? You can have the other things on the back burner. You need to choose the one that you're going to go towards. By choosing, by establishing your priorities, that helps give God, source, universe the go ahead, right? Because you're like, okay, this is what I'm focused on, and then the energy can move and change and go in that direction. Anything else for divine masculine for pile one, please? It's very short feeling, not snappy, just concise, precise. Like, this is it. So it's, yeah, finding the balance, remembering your weaknesses and your strengths, and applying your focus in one direction rather than many. Okay, now I'm getting a different message. I'm seeing this open book, your open book. And I am hearing, there are different thoughts. What I'm about to say, there are different theories about it, thoughts on it. And I think that different people need different things, right? That's very simple. It makes sense when I say it. But for some people, they need to work on being an open book. For others, they need to be not so open. And I was hearing for this pile, you don't always need to be so open. You might have been going with, this is a good thing to be an open book. Yes, it is. It's a great thing, especially in this day and age. We're all very much focused on authenticity and showing who you are, but not everybody is going to treat you in a kind manner, in a good way. So we don't need to be open to every single person or even open to every aspect of, hey, maybe this reading, it's, take what resonates for you, or open to all the ideas that are coming to you. Just again, that's like establishing your priority. Where's your focus going to be? Yep. Anything else? Okay, I just received another message. Square peg, round hole, which is what I'm seeing here. And you are not everyone's cup of tea. That is okay. That is okay. That is everybody. We don't, not all of us realize it, but that is everybody. It's a little bit of a reminder that as good as you are or can be, we all fail at times. We all are the villain in someone else's story somewhere that is hard for some of us to take. I'm one of those. Um, and it's okay. It's okay. It's just, it is life. It is the way we are. Not all animals get along, right? Yeah. Okay, I'm feeling like it's coming to a close. Yep, okay. We're good, guys. So I hope that this has been beneficial for you. And I truly, on the regular, I hope that you feel seen and heard and loved. And I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, pile 2 with your heart. Almost looks like tree trunks or branches or something going in there. All right, we've got 2 piles. We have divine masculine, divine feminine. We're going with the masculine first, so that will go over there. We have joy, create, speak your truth, passion, you guys, and leadership. Wow. I mean, I actually have chills. The energy of this is fantastic. Fandibbly-tastic. Okay. Jeez Louise. Um, I guess just automatically go after your passion, go after your joy. You know, you're a creative person, and this is like, go for it, go for it. There's an excitement with this. There's a strength in it. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, you know what? I'll just read this to you. That sums it up wonderfully. The energy of joy activates our feelings of happiness and well-being and supports a high vibrational frequency in our being. So basically, it's laughter, happiness, joy, the passion that we have when we're creative, when we're creating our thing that we love doing, right? That is healthy for us. It helps the energy in our body. It does. It brings us up. These good feelings bring us up into a better frequency, if you want to call it that, vibration, whatever, however your understanding is. And it moves through our bodies and creates health. And if we are too often in a bad, negative place, I don't want to say bad, just a dark place, because we all go through it. We do. That's how it is. But if we are too often in it, we become unhealthy. This is most people know this. Just like if we don't share our emotions, don't express them at some point, right? Don't feel them, they clog in our system and create health problems. So what this is encouraging is truly good for you. It will do your body good. It will do your soul good. So whatever it is that you are passionate about, that you create, dive into this more often. If you are unable for some reason, dream about it, like fantasize about it, plan on doing things. For example, I can't weave right now because this hand is still frozen. Not the hand, the shoulder is frozen. And so I can't do the weaving that I used to do. But I can still plan. I can still plan on what yarns I want to use, what colors I want to use when I'm able to. And that is still bringing joy. And that is still good and healthy. Now to the other side here. I feel I don't know why I feel a heartache with this. What's the heartache about, guys? What's within you, within your strength is a leader. And maybe that's what you're wanting, but it's not what's happening in the moment. And so there's a feeling of lacking, a feeling of maybe even failure or just being unsuccessful within your heart. There's could also be that you're just not, you know that you're not there yet and that's where you want to be. So there's almost like a disappointment. I feel something's very difficult about this card for you guys. I'm shaking a little now. It's speak your truth as the card. Pulling a thread. Okay. Yeah. So, I think that you fear that if you actually, like, truly spoke what's deep inside, that it would just unravel. Everything would unravel. And part of the issue with this is that you're not going to get the depth of this leader, the strength, without going through this. You need to be able to face the dark in order to lead people through it yourself, right? For some of you, it's just a reminder. This isn't necessarily, I mean, you've already gone through it. And it's a reminder that the dark, your leadership will be helpful to others at some point because of what you have gone through. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Okay. I'm also getting passion is now coming to this side with what you have gone through, what you will go through. You have a passion for helping others. Yeah. This is very gentle energy, guys. So often the masculine is not seen as gentle, but it can be. It really can be. Just because it's strong and can be assertive does not mean that it's not gentle. A lot of the masculine can be nurturing and gentle, and it's beautiful. It's supportive. I think maybe you need to hear that. Maybe you're considering that you might be too much on the feminine side, and that you don't have enough of the masculine in, or maybe you've been told as a male that, you can't be soft or whatever, or maybe as a female you feel you're a little too rough around the edges, and you feel like you have more masculine energy. Just this is just a reminder, guys, that it can be gentle and it can be nurturing and it can be a good thing. That's not bad. Okay. Okay, so let me hopefully reiterate everything if I can remember it. Sometimes this stuff comes out and then it's immediately gone, and that happens a lot. But so going after your passion, your joy, creating, even if you can't do it in your dream life, speaking your truth, your dark times, letting it come out so that you can be the leader that you have inside of you, that strength, and also that you can be gentle. I did forget to give you numbers. We have 24, 28, and 17 for your numbers for this pile. And are we good? Is there anything else? Nope, we're good. Okay, that's it for the masculine. We are now going to do the feminine. Feminine energy coming our way. We have oceans with bravery. Will-o'-the-wisp with treasures hidden in the shadows. Spirit of the river. Interesting, guys. Movement towards adventure. Alchemy. I want this over here. And perception. Ha ha ha. Okay. Excuse me. So much blue water energy here going on. Sorry. Oftentimes, water talks about emotion, and gosh, I'm seeing so much, guys. It's okay. All right. So we have both gentle and rough weather here, emotional weather here. Something, treasures hidden in the shadows, I think is really interesting that it ended up next to perception, because perception, if you think about as a child or even as an adult, it happens at night, the shadows on your walls or whatever, and it causes you to, maybe see things or get a little scared or whatever, because we can't see clearly, right? We don't have that clarity of daylight. And I believe that is talking, the fact that perception is next to this is saying that you're seeing the fear side rather than the curiosity, the joy, the wonder, the mystery, all the amazing things that can come from something. So sometimes we have to switch up our own perception and reframe things, right? Reframe it in a way that helps us do better. It's frankly. Here's an example, actually, because this is what I was first seeing, is that this, to me, the card looks like it's supposed to be scary. Like it's talking about bravery. It's like this child or woman that's walking on top of the world, and there's this storm and waves and so much happening, and she's trying to balance. But I didn't see it that way. I saw it as like, haha, look at me, check this out, I'm on top of the world, right? There wasn't a fear involved in it when I first saw this card. So you have this, like, is the glass half full, half empty thing going on. And to me, that's the mentioning of alchemy here. I'm sorry, I got a cough. Sorry, guys. I paused there. I got some kind of seasonal allergies or something going on. Anyway, so the alchemy card being brought up to me, and again, if you look at this, there's like, it's almost like river rocks down here and and this oceany, right? This blue waviness. Let me see if I can get you to see that better. And then we've got this like sun happening. And so I do feel that there is something for you emotionally that can be reframed for you. Something, because that's alchemy, that's the transmutation. You're changing, you know, from one state to another. And I mean, if you want to read straight across, like this ended up happening, you're going to be changing something from one state to another. This movement is bringing you towards adventure. Be brave about it because there are treasures that are hidden in the shadows. Your perception will change and you will then see the beauty that's in the shadows, the beauty that is hidden. So much water though, energy, guys. It's so I have a feeling it's a lot about emotions. I mean, it could be that you don't like emotions, so you run away from them and you need to go into them more. It could be the opposite. Could be that you are extremely emotional and you need to learn how to not be controlled by them as much. That doesn't mean go numb. That doesn't mean don't have them. That means just not lashing out in the emotion. Riding the wave of it, and then you make your decisions after it's calmed down. I am very much drawn to this card at the moment. Not even, I guess spirit works here, but not about so much the meaning of it, but the imagery. I am really wings. I'm seeing wings, like covering of wings over you. There's wings here too, blue wings, and this protection, this okay. I feel the need to tell you that you are going to be protected as you go through this process, that you are okay. You're okay. You are going to be protected. Sometimes difficult things, they they seem a lot more difficult as we're going through. And then when we get to this other side, you look back and you go, wow, I sure learned a lot. And the next time it's not as hard, right? Remember that this bravery can be fun. It can be fun. So, like, okay, here's an example. I have a fear of heights. I don't like being in water unless it's a pool. Like, yeah, I'm a little bit of a wuss like that. But anyway, I was with a bunch of people that wanted to do like, you know, jumping off of cliffs into water, and it freaks me out. It freaks me out. But can I change that? Can I change that perception into maybe this could be fun? Maybe, yeah, maybe I'm going to be a little bit scared, but maybe I'm going to get like an adrenaline kick from it or something and end up really enjoying it. I don't know. I will tell you guys the secret. I never did jump. So, you know, maybe one day I will. Maybe. Maybe that will be changed for me and it'll turn into something that I absolutely love doing. Who knows? Yeah. Anything else? Anything else? This might mean something for some of you. this heart on the palm in the hand, heart in the hand, like you're handing your heart to someone. I don't have any more than that. That's all that I have. So I'm trusting that that means something to someone that's watching. Yep. Okay, this feels good, feels cleared, feels done. So, guys, I truly hope this was beneficial for you, and I hope that you feel seen and heard and loved on the regular. And I will see you guys next time. Okay, pile 3 with your pyramid. We have the masculine and feminine cards. What are we going to do first? Feminine. Okay. Feminine it is. We have music and joy. First breath, beginner's mind. Horned cactus, resourcefulness. Shift. And repetition. These cards never want to like lay flat. I guess you can't really tell, but to me they're like poking up a bit. Okay, as far as numbers go, we have 28, 21, and 29. I very much get it going with the flow for right now. It just feels flowy. We've got this movement through the card here, this way, this way, this way, and then we've got um anyway, so it does feel very much like going with the flow, and you've got music and joy, and that's very music is flowing, right? At least most music is flowing. It's interesting to me that this card ended up over here. It appears like this dead stop, right? Because you've got this flow and then pointy cactus, right? Like you don't want to get pricked by it, right? But this cactus is a good thing. It's resourcefulness. So I do feel like this is, oh, there's the heart hurting. Okay. That hit something. Okay. There is something that you are going through repeatedly. And it's some kind of lesson. And for some reason, it is taking a while to learn it. And I think you have a lot of frustration with it, a lot of there's a lot of emotion behind this, guys. It feels like my heart just wants to cry for you. There's so something that you're going through, some kind of lesson on repeat. There's going to be a shift. At some point, there's a shift happening in which you'll be able to breathe a bit. You have your first breath. And be able to breathe the flow, the music, the joy this brings, and your resourcefulness. I do. I am feeling called to read the book on this one, so let me be right back. Okay, I'm literally just gonna read it to you because it's it's on point. All right. When nothing seems to be happening fast enough or your ideas have dried up, you begin to question your relevance. During these periods in life, you might feel like giving up, frustrated and resentful that success will never happen for you. The issue here, however, is a matter of perception. The horned cactus thrives in the barren desertscape, offering you the gift of water when all appears to be dry. If you look at its body, you see the natural thorns that protect it from predators and elements. What you don't see are the deep roots that extend far into the earth, filling it with a continuous flow of water. This succulent is a symbol of resilience, of resourcefulness, of your needs being met in spite of the appearances to the contrary. It is a reminder of the courage and inherent wisdom needed to dig deep below the less than friendly surface that hides a rich underground world. Can you connect to this magical truth and trust? So yeah, whatever this is that keeps going on, that keeps happening, obviously it's different for each person. Um, Perhaps the shift is the shift in your perception, as this card said. Do not see it as this pokey grr, but rather something that when you get to the bottom of it and the underneath, when you cut through, it provides you with the sustenance that you need. And yeah, I do. When the shift happens, there's this joy, there's this like getting air and breath in you. Yep. I'm seeing a lot of moon. None of these are like moon cards, so I find that interesting. Um, could be an emotional thing because moon ties water. Water is the element of emotions. Anything specific, please, for the Divine Feminine for pile 3? Um, it's okay. Sorry. I find life is funny sometimes. It just is. So this doggone incense literally just came at me and is in my face, and I turn my face away and I hear, don't turn away, face the smoke, face what's going on, face what's in your face, right? Like, so perhaps that's the shift. It might resonate for some of you, others it may not. So, but this message is face the thing that's uncomfortable for you. What's uncomfortable? Why is it uncomfortable? Sit with that uncomfiness for a while and see what happens. I did hear maybe you'll grow horns like the horned cactus. I also saw this kind of these darker parts right here around the head, and It's not really coming out of the head, but they reminded me of horns as well. And I mean, this moon, if you turn it, is kind of like horns. How can your perception, this is a good question to ask yourself, how can your perception of this repetition change? How can you see it differently? And what can that do for you? Yeah. Anything else? No. Okay. We're good. We're good on the divine feminine. That's all that's coming up that way. Now we've got the masculine. Transformation. Drink deeply. Study to know yourself. Good fortune. And creativity. As far as numbers go, we have 29, 42, and 25. Okay, I just had to take a moment. I was a bit confused, but I was told to be transparent with you guys. Because oftentimes when I do these readings, I experience either what you might be experiencing, or rather than, I mean, I physically experience. So rather than hearing a word, sometimes I hear words as well or get images, but oftentimes it's like it's an experience happening, and I have to take a moment and let it happen so that I can better understand. So being completely transparent with you guys, I felt fear. I started to like look at the cards and see things as scary. Like this spider thing here that wigs me out. The eyes kind of seem empty and dead. There's another bug over here. Like I felt a bit of fear and hesitation. And then suddenly my head just went major fog, like brain fog, like crazy. And I thought, oh, maybe I'm having a brain fog moment. Should I do this later? Should I, record this later? But I was told to share with you what I experienced. And so I believe that that is something that you are experiencing. There is a feeling attached to this. It feels so strong and deep. Like one of those things where the roots are so deep that you can't just easily pull the plant out, right? To remove it. There's a struggle. There's a struggle here with this. The funny thing is, I'm not even reading any of the cards. This is all just the energy that I'm receiving. There's confusion, there's struggle, there's a darkness to it. But then we've got these two bright cards here. Transformation and study to know yourself. And if we take what I was mostly feeling fear about over here, and we use these together, knowing yourself and the transformation that happens, good fortune comes. That is the promise. Yes, I'm hearing once more time, that is the promise. Like, feel that. There's strength, that good fortune will come. This is the promise. You can hold on to that. You can hold on to that. Am I supposed to read the actual cards at all? Okay. Okay. Moving on from, nope, not moving on. Okay. This is the same. Okay. All right. Interesting. There is something from what you are experiencing that is scary that you are going to use. You're going to take it. Drink deeply, creativity. Within this fearful experience you're having with that, whatever this struggle is, it's so powerful and so deeply rooted, but it's not just you. And you're going to be using it, taking it and using it like poop, manure. You know, when we garden, people like to they use manure because of the, oh my God, my brain just left, guys. The, not minerals, like just the, not ingredients. Oh my God, what's the word I'm looking for? Y'all are probably like, this is it. Whatever is in it is good for the soil and it helps to feed the nutrients that feeds the plants, right? So the poop you're going through is going to help feed the plants. It's going to help feed others. You can create from it. You're going to transform and it is going to bring this good fortune. It is going to be good at the end. And I'm seeing this this transformation is bringing, because you're hidden down here. You're underneath. Let's see if you can see this card better. So you're underneath right now. And there's all this darkness all around you. But this transformation is going to bring you up. You're going to come up here to the light of day, to where there's joy. I just, I don't know if this is meant for, I mean, it's meant for someone, but I'm not sure if this is supposed to be an encouragement or just a mentioning to like let you know that this is for you. I just tasted like you like to bake like maybe cookies or something or some your yeah. You like to make food. Now, I don't know if it's cooking or baking or sweets or savory, but there was some kind of like, yeah. So I don't know if that's part of your creativity as well, is maybe cooking and baking and stuff, and you like to do that. Um, that could be, wow, guys, what a wonky pile. I'm sorry. I don't mean you. You're not wonky. But the visual, the stuff that's happening with this pile is very it keeps going all over. And like even my vision is like a little bit off, as it's almost like I'm having low blood sugar or something. Um, there's a struggle. There's a real struggle here. I'm gonna claim these. We're gonna cover this up. We're gonna claim this transformation and this good fortune. These are gonna come forward. These are gonna come forward. We're claiming this for you. Bring it on. Bring on the transformation. Bring on the good fortune for pile 3, please. Be covered in wings of glory. That's what I'm hearing. Covered in wings of glory. And bring on that energy. Hope. I feel hope lifting you. It's helping. that hope. Yeah. Whew. And there it went. The energy cleared. Okay. Wow, guys. I really hope this has been beneficial for you. I really hope that even with the darkness that you're in or have been in, that you feel loved and seen and heard. And I will see you guys next time.